So for the number plate, we'll be getting it. So the number plates, using the number plates, we need to identify which state has registered this particular vehicle number. Then how many states we have? Those many codes we will be having, right? For AP, it is Andhra Pradesh. For Tamil Nadu, it is TN. Like that, you will be having all of them, correct? So it is like that. Means you are dealing with one big data set and the other one which is required to map. AP means Andhra Pradesh, TN means Tamil Nadu. So to map this particular one, you require a small data set, which is just a mapping file, mapping kind of file. Okay, you can consider. So when you say the mapping is required there, and uh, this is a small data set and this is a huge data set because you are having the data for whole country. Okay, so what we can do in this case, when you have a smaller data set and a bigger data set and you require the smaller data set every time you work on this one, then what you can do means you can broadcast it. Means what it will do means uh, it, it will be stored in a cache. So whenever you work on this particular thing, whenever you want the data, every time you want the data, because each and every task, each and every, you'll be executing one job. One job will be divided into number of stages. And in each stage, you have n number of tasks. So each and every task, what you are executing will require this particular small file. So this particular small file, every time you go and bring it from your memory is hard. So I don't say it is hard, but see, every time it will hits to the memory. So it is not a optimized thing, right? So what you can do in this case, you can keep it in a cache. So broadcasting will help you to keep the smaller data set in cache so that when the job executes, what it will do means before the job executes, before the actual job executes, you will be defining saying that broadcast of this particular data set, smaller data set means what it will do means it will share this particular file to all the stages, how many we have. Okay, so each stage will be having a number of tasks. So it will be keeping in caching and it will be retrieving it and in such a way that every time you do it, it will come to you. Okay, so clear to everyone? What do we mean by broadcasting? If not, I'll be explaining you once again. Please share a reaction at least. Or shall I repeat it again? Okay, at least one reaction. Yeah, thank you.
Once
Okay.
repeated again, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. So, see, what do we mean by broadcasting means? Let's say we have two data sets. One is a larger data set and other is a smaller data set. Okay. This large data set is having all the data, like what is the vehicle number, who is the owner of that one, and in from which branch it has been delivered, like Hyundai, um, from Bhimvaram, something like that. We will be having like that. So all these details you will be having, and which model, and what color it is. All this data will be having in one data set. Okay. And now that you don't have a particular thing like from which state it is, but you will be having all the things like vehicle number and all. In the second data set, you don't know, right, from which state, but you can identify the vehicle number. Upon identifying the vehicle number, you can say from which state it has been sold. AP 23, BJ and whatever 2045, whatever the vehicle number it is like that. So based on the first two characters of your vehicle number, you can say from which state it is. So what I will do, I will be creating one small file for all the states. We have so many states in India, right? So for each state, AP means Andhra Pradesh, TN means Tamil Nadu, K means Karnataka, KL means Kerala. So like this, I will be creating all the for all the states. Means see whole India for one day, how many sales have been happened is a huge data. But when it comes to the other end of the other end, which is the smaller data set, what it is, it, there you will be discussing only about state codes. With respect to the state code, you will be defining which state it is. So what happened when you use the broadcasting here means you have very large data set and you have very small data set. So when you use broadcasting, what we can do in this case means this particular file, which is a small data set. When you are working with these two, the small one is very, very small and it is easy to retrieve from cache, right? Means what I'm trying to say is it is a smaller data file and you need to map each and every record of your huge data set with respect to the one which is smaller data set. Means each and every record you need to come and open the mappings file and check which state it is, and you need to tell us, right? So this smaller data file is very I mean it is very important here, and each and every task require this one. So what it will do means in the Spark execution, for every job, we have so many stages. Executor will execute each stage by adding. Sorry, uh, I have some network issues. I hope I'm audible to everyone clearly, and my screen
Yeah,
is visible, right?
yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So what I'm saying is, when you have a very smaller data set and it requires to be retrieved every time, then what it will happen means using the broadcast, what we can do means we can keep that particular file in cache. So every time you require that file, it will be in cache. So it will be easy to pick up and get the value. So that is how it works. Okay. So it is generally what finally the conclusion what we can give is when you use the broadcast, whatever the data set you have taken, that data set will be in cache. And one more thing, it should be applicable only for the smaller data sets. Means when you are dealing with two large data sets and you want to keep one large data set in broadcast is not an optimized one. Okay. But when you are dealing with small data set and one large data set, it is optimized because keeping the whole large data set in a cache is not a optimized one. Okay. Let me show you this particular broadcasting, how we will be working on this one now. Okay. And I forgot that yesterday we are discussing about the self-join, right? So let me go to that one and let me explain you. Post that I'll be explaining you broadcast. Okay. Hmm. So see, everyone yesterday, the notebook which I have shared you, what is the issue means here I have taken as 1 to 111, all of them as one. That's why yesterday we didn't get the expected result. But later when I checked the data, I identified the issue. So issue is here with respect to the IETs. Okay. So this is the issue. Now I have taken identical values here and I'm executing this one. I have now created this one. No? So let me do the self join. So self join, what we have taken, self join means joining the same table with itself. So empdf join empdf again, and this is the condition, which join condition. Manager ID e1 dot manager ID is equals to e2 dot employee ID, and the joining condition we have used is inner. See, if the self join is there, but you cannot use the self keyword here. Okay, it should be like inner only when you are working for self join. Okay, so I have joined both of them based on this condition. Now that I need to select the columns which are required. So what is our requirement yesterday? We need to identify the employee ID, employee name, manager ID, and manager name. So I have taken employee ID from E1 table and employee name also from E1 table. And from E2 table, whatever the employee ID I have taken, that is the manager ID. And from E2 table, whatever the employee name I am taking, that is the manager name. So if I execute this one, I got the correct answer. Now see, for employee King, it is 1. So manager is Smith. For Jerry, it is 1 again. So Smith is 2 is King. So here we got all the answers appropriately. Okay. What I will do means today I'll be sharing you this one now. I will just copy paste this one for your reference. Okay. You can check yesterday's notebook. It is the issue with the ID only, not with the syntax which we have used. Okay. Empty table and self join. Okay. Now that we are clear about this one, now I will be explaining you about broadcasting column. Okay, let me take one from PySpark.sql functions import star. Okay, for today I'm using the star because functions. Hmm. See, because we will be using so many built-in functions today, so that's why I have taken just a star, because every time I need to go up and change it, right? So that's why I have taken star. Now let me execute this one. Hmm. Let me explain you about broad. Broadcasting is used in optimizing of joints. In general, also you will be using the broadcasting. That's not the thing. But when you specifically say you are working on joints and you need to optimize it, the first one which comes to your mind will be broadcasting. Okay. So to work on this one, just now I have shared you one example. So let me create a data set for broadcasting. Okay. Okay. Data as I'm now creating a file which is having all the states. Let me say um, NY. NY is for New York, or we can say AP also. Not yet one data set. Okay, what I'm going to create. Just a few records is good enough for us. Okay. Ah, so this is how I can take this. Now, what I need to do means mm, cats. See, see this one, how you are broadcasting this particular data set now. Okay. Now you already know the Spark context, right? So everyone, you can tell me how to initialize the Spark session from PySpark dot SQL Spark session. Okay. Now again, Spark is equals to Spark session dot builder dot name of example one. So we have created this one. Now it's equals to Spark dot Spark. So this is how we will be initializing our Spark session, right? By see, this is not necessary to initialize it every day. Uh, Just to uses Spark. That so much time to execute. C is equals to Spark dot Spark context. So this has been executed now. So we have initialized the Spark session, and also we have taken the Spark context. Now that we are using the Spark context, sc dot broadcast of. See, you got this particular function now. So broadcast of what? What you need to broadcast? You need to broadcast states. So I'm taking this particular one. So this particular syntax will broadcast the thing. Okay, but remember one thing, until until you utilize this particular states, it will not be in cache. It will come into cache only once when you try to retrieve it. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone now. I'm going forward. Okay, now I'm creating data. So data will be like the name of the vehicle owner. It can be Ram, and country is India, I will be saying, and state is AP. Okay, so state code which we got is AP. Let me use the same thing for all. Sam is from Kerala. You can also create the same thing from your end, okay? Um, okay. Data is from Tamil Nadu. Joe is from Kerala. Okay, I have created the data now. So let me create a columns also. Name, country, and state code. Okay, we have created this. Now let's create a data frame. df underscore states. No, state is equals to create data frame spark dot create data frame of what? Data is equal to data and schema equals to columns. Okay. Now that we have created the data frame, so df underscore states dot show off. Let's see. So we have all these data now. And also see, we have already broadcasted this particular data frame. No? So what I'm doing here, I have taken this one. Now that I'm creating a user defined function. Okay. To retrieve, see, this particular thing is like key values. Means for every key, there is a value. So how you can take this, whenever you get retrieve a key, you need to pass the value of that particular key. So in order to do that one, I'm just taking my user defined functions. Okay, state underscore code. Okay, and here I can pass state code. So what I need to return? I need to return broadcast of broadcast dot values only, na, not the keys. So value of what? State code. State code. Whatever the value here you have taken, you need to take the same one. Okay. Now that what you have taken a user defined function, and in that particular one, for each and every value, whatever the key has been there, for each key, you are taking the value of that one and you are passing it. Now we are going to use this particular user defined function. Okay. So result data frame will be like df underscore states dot. See, you cannot map the values in data frames, right? So that's why I'm going to RDT now. Dot RDT. What it will do? It will convert the df underscore states to RDT. And now I'm using the map function, and using this map function, lambda. Lambda is a anonymous one. So here I'm using this one. So just to map the things, I'm utilizing this one. See, this can be of anything, whatever you want. Okay. But see how you need to map. You need to map each and every each and every value of this table. No, right? It is not required. Only you need to map this particular value keys. Sorry, you need to map only the state codes. Name and country should be the same thing. So what I will do means keep it as is only. X of 0 and X of 1 will be the same, but X of 2 will be state. This state code of X of 2. Then what it will do for each and every key value which you have taken here, it will come here and it will take broadcast dot value of state code, whatever it is. Okay. So this is how it is. Now again, you have done the mapping. Now convert it to the DF again. To DF of columns. Okay. Now let me show it. Result of. So wait, it is saying something. Job aborted due to this one. Most assigned failure. TF underscore states dot RDD dot map of lambda x for every value. I'm keeping it as is, but the second value should be taken from this user defined function. Dot to df of columns. Result dot show off. It should be working fine. Okay, till here it is working. But after that broadcast, okay. Broadcast states is the one we have taken. Na? So let me take this. Hmm. See, Here I have taken broadcast, but this broadcasted thing was already in this particular one, which is broadcast states. So broadcast states dot value. Here in this broadcast states, all this particular thing will be there. But you need only you don't want to the keys. You want only values. So broadcast states dot value of state code. Each and every code which you have passed, it will take. So after that, when you show before it is AP, KL, KA like that. But now it is Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. So it has now generated this one. So this is just an example how you can utilize the broadcast one. But when you're dealing with the heavy and huge data sets, then what it will do, the smaller data set should be broadcasted first, and then it will be utilized in the coming code. Okay. See, I have utilized this particular thing, broadcast thing here, but broadcasting will help the joins uh, to be optimized. Means if the broadcasting has been done, then the shuffling will be reduced. So that's why I have taken yes. So take a note of it. Then we shall continue. So tomorrow I'll be asking you questions on optimization of joins. So be prepared for that one and come to the class. You don't need to try hard for this one. Just go through the things what I have told you. You must have taken a screenshot when I'm showing you optimization of join techniques. Okay. You can take a screenshot and then I will show you. No problem. But for now, take a note of this one. We will be continuing with date and time functions in our PySpark. Okay.
That slides are already shared, right, madam?
Sir, no, actually, the slides are shared till here only, sir.
Okay. So the join optimization slides are not shared?
Then here only. No, sir, these were not shared, sir. Actually, every day when I work on, I will be adding a new slide. So it is not the end-to-end PPT is not there with them. I will be sharing this PPT uh, once the course has been completed, so that it will be having
Okay.
the complete PPT.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and anyway, we are sharing the notepad, right? Like
Yes,
notebooks
sir.
every
Each and
class.
every day
So
we are
yeah,
sharing these notebooks.
yeah. So yeah, they can use those notebooks for their preparation. No problem.
Yes, sir. Obviously, they can use this one. every day we are explaining the topic. So whenever they refer to notebook every day, they will understand what topics we have discussed and what it is.
Hmm. And also, students, you can take the running notes, okay? Don't just listen. It will go like that only. Take some running notes on notepad or somewhere.
I hope everyone has taken a note of this one. So I'll be continuing with the next one now. So one more thing we are going to discuss is date and time. So the date and time functions we will be discussing today. Let me go to the PPT. So date function is separate and timestamp is separate. We have two, but within the date we have a number of functions. So uh, here I have listed all the date functions which are available in PySpark. So you can check this one. Okay, current date will give you the current time, current date value, and date format will convert the date, whatever the format you have, be it any format. But whenever you have given a specific format in the date format, then it will convert to that format. Means, let's say YYY MMDD means year, month, and date is there, and you need to convert to date, month, year. So how you can do this? You can utilize this date format function, and you can convert it. Okay, to date. It will convert if you have like the date is in string, and you need to convert it to the date data type. See, the data type we have the date value also. Date data type is also there. So it will convert to date data type. So this is what it can be used. Add months. For a complete date, you can add only months uh, directly. Okay. So many of us, what we will be doing means, if we don't know that we have these many date functions and timestamp functions, what we usually do, if it is required, we will be creating some user defined functions, right? So it is not a feasible method. Means you utilizing the UDFs is not a feasible method. Try to know more about this date and timestamp functions. So what it will um, give you means, whenever there is a requirement, you will be understanding that okay, this can be used with this one. Okay, so see, whatever the file you will be dealing in your real time, without the date, without the date column, there will be no file. Means I'm not saying no file, but very less files will be there. But every time when you're creating anything on a whatever it is, it will definitely have a date file. So date column. So understanding these things is also necessary. Okay. Sometimes you will be having requirement. Month means, oh, it will take, we need to take only month, but not any other. So when you know this handy, when you know them, it will be easy. Today, I will show you few of the date and timestamp functions which are used very frequently. Okay, I'll be showing you few of them. You can you can take a screenshot of this one actually, and you can use this for your reference. I'll be sharing you this particular PPT anyway, but till the time I share you, keep it handy for all the date and timestamp functions. I hope you have taken a screenshot of this one. I'll be moving to the next one.
Otherwise, do you have any website like documentation from Databricks will be there, right? Where SQL functions. I'm sure there will be a good documentation for everything. You can share
Yes,
some
sir.
2, 3 links. Yeah, you can share
Yeah,
2, 3
sure,
links
sir.
maybe after the class. Okay, they will use it.
Yeah, sure, sir. Documentation I'll be sharing with them. It will be helpful for them also.
Yeah, because whatever material we are, it is all coming from documentation only. So finally, documentation is the source basically. So yeah, just
Correct. Yes,
share
sir.
those links. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure, sir. Hmm.
See, basically, students, if you are very good in SQL, these are all already known. Last day, okay, and right, this Unix time, okay, maybe that is advanced function for you. Week of the year, month of the year, day of the year, date, timestamp. These are all same as like SQL.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, sir.
so
It is same as SQL. I mean, whatever the PySpark till now we have learned, we can correlate everything with SQL. Only thing is the syntaxes will be differed here. But yeah, definitely, you are good at SQL. You will definitely understand each and everything what I'm explaining every day. Only a few add-ons will be there here and there. But yeah, what sir has told you is correct.
see, you must be good in SQL. Okay, there is no escape from SQL. Okay,
Correct.
even the rank, row number, dense rank,
Yes.
they're all there in SQL. Okay, so you should be okay. You cannot say that I mean, I'm not good in SQL in the interview. Okay, so even they may be okay. Okay, I don't know how to use dense rank in PySpark. They may be okay, but if you say I don't know dense rank in SQL, they're not okay. Okay, so first be thorough with SQL, and then it is very easy to use that in the PySpark. Okay, so that's why, very, very important. Be good in SQL. Then all these things you'll play around it. Okay, you just need to know how to import Spark session and all. You need to know the syntax of, how to call these functions. So don't take light, especially SQL. And if you know SQL, this will be easy. This Spark, whole Spark. These are all again data manipulation, right? But
Yes, yes,
here
sir.
the thing is, it is data frames or data frames or RDDs. You're applying the same thing. So yeah, be thorough with the SQL things. Okay, it may be direct SQLs. Then you will be good in this. Yeah, carry on, madam. All the date functions you are supposed to know. Date, timestamp. Okay, so day of the week or day of the month or month of the year. So whatever you want to do, if for everything there is functions, right? So we want to know who are the employees joined in the month of June. You have already did that exercises, right? Or I want to know who are all the employees joined in the year of, you know, so and so year. Then you have used year of date, month of date, those functions. So same thing. Okay, so be focus on SQL, then these all will be easy. Yeah, carry on, madam. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir. So, as our sir has suggested, please, I mean, along with this PySpark, what we are learning every day, try to spend some time to learn SQL. So, practice more. Then it will be easy for you by the time of interview because first thing they will test you is in SQL, and then they will go for PySpark. Okay, first screening will be on SQL only for this particular role, what you are preparing, Azure with PySpark data engineer. So they will definitely test you on SQL only. Okay, firstly. So let me create data quickly. I'm taking the values in strings. Okay. so that I can show you all the things in strings and how strings can be converted to our date format. Okay. Just the sample of data I'm taking just to show you. Let me create data frame of So this is what we have. So let me show you df underscore date dot select of what we have seen, current date, right? The first one, current date of dot show off. Let's see what is the current date, what it will display. See, it has displayed four values because in the data set which we have taken, we have four rows, right? That's why it has taken four. If you have five, it will take as five. Let me give only one here so that it will display only one. But okay, so only one value I have showed you. So see, I'm quickly doing this one. I'll be sharing you this notebook anyway. So this is very small data we are dealing. So just try to see how we are getting the outputs so that it will be easy for you. Okay. Now date format. So in the date format function, what we are going to see is the data format, df underscore date column of input. I'm taking the column input. So because that are so now I'm taking one more. See here, date add, date format, date subtract, and date trunk. We have three, four. So out of this, I'm using the format. Date format of column of input. So we are formatting this particular one as this dd mm y. Right. Current date is having will be like y dd. So I'm formatting this particular thing to dd yy. Okay. So I'm just formatting this one, but alias of formatted date. So this is the input and this is the formatted date we have got. So date format is used to format the date, whatever we want it. Okay. So next one we discussed is to date. What do this to date will do? DFD dot select of. Again, let me select the column of input. Okay, I have selected the required column now, and mm, to display that the input is in string. Now I'm converting it to date using to date of column of input. Okay, here you can give the format as is. So y dt. To date format. It should be in double quotes, no? So this is how it is. So see, this in turn will convert the input to string format. Okay, sorry, string to date to date. Okay. Let me show you quickly the other ones. So date date difference. Okay. Difference. So date difference will give you how much the difference, okay, between the current date and let me take the current one. Date dot select of. Input comma date. Here see date difference is also a built-in one. So all the things which we are discussing today, all these are the built-in date and time functions we have in PySpark. Okay, current date of, I want the date difference between current date and the column input. Okay, so let me show difference. Okay, so let me show you. See here between this 2022-02-01 and current date is 2024-08-07. Correct? So this is what you can these many days are the difference. Okay. So here, if you see the last one, you can easily identify 2024-08-01 is the one which I have taken. The difference for 0801 and 0807 is 6. So 6 days. So this is how it will give you the number of days when you work on date difference function. Okay. Now that I will be showing you the ones between. Df dot select df date dot select of column of what input, comma. Now we need to identify the months between. So if you type it, it will give you automatically whatever you are going to write. Okay. Current date of, just give comma and column of input. Correct, in double quotes. Alias of months between. So how many months are there in between? It will give us now. Hmm. See, for 2022-02-01 and current date, we have 30 months in between. And for this one, 18. And for 02 means Feb to August, it is 6 months, it is same. And this is the 1st of August. So 0. This 0.19 is like the value which it will be converted to months and days. So it is that value. Okay. Now we are going to the next one. Let me show you year of function in only one. I'll be showing you all of them. Okay. Here I will show you month of, how do we use month of. And next day. Year, month, next day, week of year. We'll be seeing all this now. Okay. Just I'm giving us DF only. DF date dot select of column of input. Now that I'm taking the input, I'm creating one more for day of the week. Why it is not displaying automatically? Let it be. Let me type it. Day of week. So day of the week will be column of input. Why again and again I'm taking this column of input? Why not the other one? See, in the above data which you have taken here, ID is 1234 and input is the date which you have taken in a string format. So it should format the date, means day of the week of which particular date, means it should be column. It should go throughout the column and it should give us what is the day of the week. That's why I'm taking this like this. Okay. Dot alias of day, right? Day of week. Now see the column for the same column input. I have taken day of the week. Now day of the, wait, let me show you year also here. Okay. Year of column of input. It should be good. So whatever you're writing in Python only. But the thing is, you are integrating this Python in Spark. That's why it is PySpark. So the same Python syntax you will be writing it. Okay. Yes, of year. Let me copy paste the same thing for month and day also. Month. It will create new column for year, month, and day of the week. Okay. Month. And now here, what we have taken day of the week, year we have taken month, next day, right? What is the next day? See, based on the function name, you can actually say what is it. Okay, let me show you on next day, week of the year. This week of year. Okay, I have not given the comma here. That's why. Select, it has taken 5. Okay. Select column of input comma, day of the week. Mm, okay. But this particular bracket has not been closed here. Okay. Hmm. See, for each and every input, day of the week is third day. This is fourth, fifth, and this is fifth day of a week. But first of August, na? First of August is 5. Okay, from Sunday it will count. So 5. Yeah, you can test it. So 5, correct. Year, we have got it separately. Month, separately. Week of the year. We are in the 31st week of the year, it seems. So this is how you can utilize these things. Okay. Now, let me tell you one more thing. Next day, how you can say the next day. Remember this one. This is a little bit like a tricky one, not with respect to all. Next day. So df date dot select of what we are selecting every time. We're selecting input. Correct? So now that we have selected the input, next day we are going to take, right? So just give like Sunday. Let me tell you why. Okay. Sunday. Dot alias of next day. Dot show. Sunday, it couldn't take, cannot be resolved, it is saying. Following ID, comma, input, df, date, next day. Okay. Select column. Okay. Next day I have not defined na. Next day of column of input. Column something. Some brackets has not been closed correctly. That's what it is saying. Hmm. So what it is saying for Sunday means whenever you write whatever the day it is here, whenever you say it as Sunday means whenever the next Sunday falls, it will give you that particular date. Okay. I hope this is fine and understandable to everyone. I'll be sharing you the notebook. Don't worry about taking the syntaxes for you. Okay, let's go to the timestamp functions. Timestamp functions are very few. It will not take much time. So when we are dealing with timestamp functions, see, whenever you write any timestamp, what it will give you means the complete date it will give you, and it will also give you hour and minutes and seconds and also milliseconds, whatever it is. So uh, let me not make it typical for you. See, let me go to the timestamp functions. See, a timestamp functions, whatever we have current timestamp, it will like our current date, it will give you current timestamp. And the syntax will be complete date and hour, minute, and seconds, milliseconds. It will give you till that one. Okay. And hour will give you particular hour in a particular one. Minute will give you particular minute of a given input. Second also like that. Two timestamp will convert the whatever the format you have taken in string, it will convert it into the timestamp. Timestamp, what do we say? Data, what? Into the particular type of the timestamp. Okay. So you can now understand, right? Each and everything, whatever we have discussed. We have discussed the current date, date format, to date, add months we have discussed, and date difference we have discussed, months between we have discussed, and we also discussed year, month, quarter also, whatever it is. You can write it like that. Day of the week and day of the month, year. Likewise, you have taken the day of the month and day of the year. You can day of the week we have discussed maybe. So you can utilize the same to day of the month, year, and week of the year also we have discussed. So week of the year, last day, and from Unix time and Unix timestamp. So you can see represented as number of seconds since unique above to the timestamp column. You can take a assignment of this one, this, and tell me what you got as an answer. Okay, these two. Rest all you when you see the particular one, you can identify like what it is giving, what answer you will be getting exactly. But this particular ones are a little bit different. So try to utilize these two, and then you can work on this too. And for the timestamp, I'll just show you how it will display. Okay. With respect to date only, dot select of timestamp. See here, we are getting timestamp seconds, to timestamp and all. Let me utilize the current timestamp one. Hmm. Current date and current timestamp we have. So I'm utilizing this one just to show you the syntax. Okay. Okay. So since it has been taken only 20 characters, first 20 characters, it is not showing properly. But see, the complete date, what is hour, what is the minute, and why we require four, one should be good enough, no? Hmm. So this is the hour and this is the minute we are running in, and seconds and milliseconds also it will give you. Okay, so this is how it is. You just like the date, the timestamp also have the same hour and minute, second, and these all. Okay, so this is how it will be. So today we discussed about optimization of joins, and in optimization of joins, we majorly discussed on broadcasting and what are the other techniques we have discussed. And we also discussed about the date function and timestamp functions. So when you work rigorously, it will help you like to identify things, and based on the requirement you can utilize whatever it is. So this is how it is. Okay, I will be sharing you all this complete notebook today, and you can check out whatever the date and timestamp functions we have discussed, and you can take assignment. See, I'm not giving more, but only two from Unix time and Unix timestamp. Okay, check this and come tomorrow before coming to the session. Any doubts regarding date and timestamp or broadcasting or optimization of joins, whatever we have discussed today? Do we have any doubts? Okay, I'll take this as no. Then yeah, this is all for today. We'll meet you tomorrow. Sir, we can stop the recording.
Yeah, what is tomorrow's class, madam?
Tomorrow's class, we already discussed many of the built-in functions and all. Tomorrow, I'll be starting the Spark SQL, sir.